Hello dear viewers, welcome to Food Forward Consultancy. In today's video, we will be learning about allergenic hazards. First, thank you for your support. We are happy that our community has grown to 625 subscribers. We really appreciate your support, and if there are any video topics that you would like us to focus on, please let us know. Please subscribe if you would like to receive notifications of our new videos. Why allergen hazard is important to consider as part of the HACCP. Allergen hazards are of paramount importance in HACCP, which stands for Hazard Analysis and Critical Control Point, for several critical reasons. Life-threatening consequences. Unlike many other food hazards, like some bacteria, that might cause illness but are rarely fatal, even a tiny trace amount of an undeclared allergen can trigger a severe, life-threatening allergic reaction known as anaphylaxis in sensitive individuals. This direct and immediate threat to life really elevates allergens to a uniquely high-risk category. Regulatory and legal requirement. Food safety regulations worldwide, including in the UK where we are, the EU and the US, for example, the FASTER Act adding sesame, explicitly require food businesses to manage and declare allergens. Failure to do so can lead to significant legal penalties, fines, and even criminal charges. Undeclared allergens are consistently one of the leading causes of food recalls globally. Recalls are incredibly costly, not just financially with logistics, disposal, and fines, but also in terms of brand reputation, consumer trust, and potential lawsuits. A robust HACCP plan that specifically addresses allergens can significantly reduce this risk. The only effective way for individuals with food allergies to manage their condition is to strictly avoid the allergenic food. This honestly places a heavy responsibility on food businesses to provide accurate information and prevent cross-contamination. Unlike bacterial hazards that can often be destroyed by cooking, allergenic proteins are generally stable and not eliminated by typical food processing methods like heating. Allergen control is complex because, well, cross-contamination can occur at many points in the food chain, from raw material sourcing to processing, packaging, and even serving. It requires comprehensive consideration across all HACCP principles. In essence, because allergens pose such a severe and common public health risk, and their control requires meticulous attention across the entire food operation, they are a fundamental and non-negotiable component of any effective HACCP system. Food businesses must proactively manage allergens to protect consumers, comply with the law, and safeguard their reputation. Check your food business. HACCP allergen hazards are considered thoroughly and robust controls in place to manage the hazard. What is allergen-related food law? Examples of allergen-related food law. So, in the UK, allergen-related food law is primarily governed by the Food Information Regulations 2014, which originally implemented the EU Food Information to Consumers Regulation. That's Regulation EU number 1169/2011. A crucial addition to this framework is Natasha's Law, which came into effect on the 1st of October 2021. Now, over in the European Union, the core of allergen-related food law is Regulation EU number 1169/2011 on the provision of food information to consumers, often simply called the FIC regulation. This regulation has been in full effect since December 2014, and it sets the standards for food labeling and information across all EU member states. Meanwhile, in the United States, allergen-related food law is mainly governed by the Food Allergen Labeling and Consumer Protection Act of 2004, or FALCPA, which really improved allergen labeling. And more recently, the Food Allergy Safety Treatment, Education and Research Act, or the FASTER Act of 2021, has also played a significant role. Mandatory allergen labeling for pre-packed foods is, well, absolutely essential. So it's really important to read the labels before buying food products so you know exactly which allergens are present in the food. Natasha's Law, which applies to pre-packed for direct sale foods here in the UK, covers foods that are prepared, pre-packed, and then sold directly to the consumer on the same premises. For example, that could be a sandwich made in a cafe and placed on a shelf, a pre-made salad pot, or even a wrapped bakery item from your local shop. Precautionary allergen labeling, or PAL, sometimes referred to as may contain labeling, is basically an advisory statement you'll see on a food product label. It might say something like may contain peanuts or not suitable for milk allergy sufferers. You might also come across statements such as produced in a factory that also handles nuts or manufactured on shared equipment with sesame. What this means is that despite all reasonable efforts to prevent cross-contact, there is still an unavoidable risk that a small amount of an allergen could have entered the product. Thank you for watching Food Forward Consultancy, where strategic insight meets culinary innovation. If you found this content valuable, please consider liking the video, as it really supports our mission to empower food industry professionals. We also invite you to subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to stay informed about the latest trends, expert guidance, and success stories from across the food sector. Let's advance your food business with purpose, with strategy, and always with excellence. Food Forward Consultancy, fueling food ambitions one step at a time.